Happy Homebrew Wednesday. It's actually Saturday, and I think my nose is a little bit better than it was before. So, shit, where did I put the beer? I'll find it in a minute. I've already poured it up. Tonight, we don't have a Panhead Supercharger. We have a Mosaic Pale Ale, 5%. I think it's like 34 IBU from none other than Sean at MegaTun Brewing. So, I managed to go to his parents' house, open up the letterbox and snag a couple of beers. I've got a Russian Imperial Stout from him, that Pale Ale, and also I've got, a little while ago, with a big haul of beers I got from Taranaki, I've got a Russian Imperial Stout from Chris, which kind of gets me thinking, do I do a three-way Russian Imperial Stout review in a week or so? If you'd like me to do a three-way Russian Imperial Stout review, do so. Bearing in mind, it's not a school night, I'm on holidays. Anyway, let's get that beer that I've left somewhere. Can't find it. Here it is. Yeah, hastily closed the door because it's bloody cold out there tonight. I won't be watching rugby. Am I a New Zealander if I don't like rugby? Probably not. Anyway, this poured up beautifully clear. I would say from MegaTun. She's got to be off the keg there, and it's a stunning beer. He gave me a little bit of a lowdown on the recipe because, in case you thought that I know lots about beers, I generally don't. I ask people what's in them, and then I pretend to know what I'm talking about. So tonight we've got Carahel, we've got a little bit of sour grapes because I know Sean's pretty hot on his water chemistry, and yeah, Carahel, wheat, and ale malt, and that's pretty much it. Bit of sour grapes, and single hopped with Mosaic, the mighty Mosaic, which I've incidentally got a little bit in my fermentation fridge there. So yeah, I'm doing a Mosaic Dankwood beer, which yeah, we'll talk about later. Anyway, cheers, Sean. What I was going to say is I had a quick sniff of the bottle. Does anyone else sniff the bottle? I love sniffing the bottle. It smells good. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought there was some Amarillo in it, but he assures me it's Mosaic. It smells awesome. Let's get a nose on. Yeah, not a huge hop aroma, but it's definitely there. I'm getting the quintessential kind of traits that you get from Mosaics. I'm getting a little bit of citrus and tropical fruit. It's almost got this really nice kind of like salty, like a smell of the sea without there being anything fishy or something. It's I really don't know how to describe that. Yeah, some good malt there, but definitely that Mosaic shining through. Anyway, let's get a taste. Wow, that's yum. Nice and orangey. Not over carbed, but the carb is there, you can see that. Really refreshing. Nice dry finish actually. I think when pale ales are too sweet, they just get a little bit annoying after a while. This is smashable, dude. It's nice and dry, it's malty, and it's got some big Mosaic there. That's superb, pal. He told me to not do a review and just enjoy it, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. But nonetheless, another stellar beer from Shauno out of West Auckland, MegaTun Brewing, and I look forward to trying your beer in the very soon to be announced Lord of the Dank. Hot break, I think we have anyway. This is the Chairman Mao wheat, and we're going to be putting some lemongrass, Sriracha Ace, and a bit of Pacifica, maybe a bit of Pacific Jade too. Anyway, we're going for a lemongrass wheat beer, so it's just half and half Pilsner and wheat malt, and a little bit of acid malt. Check the pH, 5.3, so pretty happy with that. Nothing much exciting to show you there, except a little bit of water left. I'm actually going to lick it back with a little bit of the final runnings because I want to make sure I have enough, because I'll probably put a fair few bit of hops in there. And yeah, so just a bit of a short brew day. Well, it'll be a long brew day, but a short video. And yeah, hopefully get a bit of tasting notes later along in the piece of this. So in goes our Sriracha Ace. And that's the last 5 minutes of the boil. Might end up doing a bit of a whirlpool edition, I think. Just for shits and giggles. I can't see myself using Sriracha Ace much. Sometimes I use it up in the brew. And expertly chopped by a man who's worked in a kitchen. John's lemongrass.
Oh, let's do this.
Yeah, boy. So last 5 minutes. Hopefully get the lemongrass we want. Hopefully it won't be too overpowering, but with the Pacifica hops in here, hopefully it should be balanced and not too one-dimensional, and we can always add some other stuff later on. Hopefully you can hear me above the rain. It's a Wednesday night. You've already seen me do a beer review, because I did one on Saturday, but I thought I would review a mystery beer. You wouldn't know, but I know that this is, it's bloody clear, this is a beer from the mighty Nathan McKenzie, who I've been watching for a long time on his channel. Never had the privilege of sampling one of his beers. This is a super overcharger, so it's a supercharger, but I think it's 6.3%. If I got that wrong, I'll amend it. Pretty sure this is off the keg. Few little bubbles. Look at that bad boy. I'll chuck a light behind it. Awesome, mate. So, Nathan just said, hey, I've got some beers to send you. And he sent them to me. I've got a couple of stouts. I think I've got his cherry stout and maybe an oatmeal stout. So really looking forward to those two bad boys. But in the meantime, a nice little overcharger. I think it was bottled up in May sometime, so it's not super fresh. Getting a bit of malt sweetness on the nose, a little bit of hops. Nice and clean. Anyway, it's been a long video, so I'm just going to have a quick little taste and enjoy this. Cheers, Nathan. This is my first beer from the South Island, I suppose, unless you count a couple from the SJ Pour. So, yeah, awesome. Thanks for sending this all the way up from the bottom of New Zealand up to nearly the top. So, appreciate this, Nathan. Wow, that's delicious. Getting a little bit of the Amarillo, a little bit of citrus, super clean beer. No hint of booze or anything. Totally smashable. How many superchargers? I suppose I've tried about, I've brewed the supercharger myself 3 times. I have tried, what have I tried? I think I've tried Aiden from 1490 Supercharger. I might have had one from Dino. I can't remember. But this is a cracking beer. Yeah, it's crisp, clean, bit of juice in there. And yeah, just a really well crafted beer. So cheers, Nathan. Appreciate that, and I look forward to reviewing some of those stouts. Anyway, I'll show you a bit more footage. I think I'll insert some of my D.I.Y. attempt at kind of pumping out an SS Brewtech bucket. So I have, I've got my standard brew buckets, and I wanted to add a thermal well and a decent big blow off tube, so without pumping yeast into my star sand. So yeah, cheers. I'll show you a bit of that footage, bit more D.I.Y. I've got to start that panel. The panel is coming. By the end of the year, I'll have a panel built. I told you now, so better do it. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Nathan. Here's the 3-inch triclover cap, and I've just drilled a couple of pilot holes. This one I think I'll bring out to about 18mm, and this will be about 7.5, just under 8mm. And then hopefully we can sweat those stainless steel fittings in with a bit of silver solder. The tools I used, step bit. I only use that to do, pretty much just use it as a countersink. There's no way you're going to get through that. I think it was probably 5mm thick, that stainless steel in the middle of the crown. I ended up using these, which were a very industrial sized metric drill set. So we started with the 18, and then I kind of even countersunk that a little bit further with a 20. So pretty much there was a bit of a bowl for that solder to fit in there and a bit of surface area, as well as a tiny little gap for it to sweat. Anyway, got the job done, and I'll show you the results. So yeah, just a quick little close-up of the silver soldering. Just using this oxyacetylene, just a very, very, very low heat. In fact, it's almost too much. So I've allowed the residual heat in the fitting just to actually melt a bit on, and I've just touched it up, just given a few dabs after coiling a ring around that mating area initially. There she is. So you would have seen in that footage that soldering looked a bit dirty, but you can see I've cleaned that up. Not the most perfect of jobs, but hey, she is airtight. So I've got in here, I've got a 300mm stainless steel thermowell. So it's just a closed tube with a nice round end on it, and that goes all the way into our SS Brewtech bucket. And you can see she is doing a great job of pumping out the air. So I've got a bit of 1/2 inch hose. Picked up these fittings from AliExpress, so just a 1/2 inch triclove elbow, in fact 2 of them. And as you can see, silvered soldered in there. Goes in pretty much to the bottom there, so it's like a nice bit of surface area for that to mate to a decent flange. Seems pretty rock solid. And yeah, so I have effectively tricked out a standard SS Brewtech bucket by fitting that dome lid. I saw Wally Feck had one, and I was eyeing up that. So it gives me a little bit of headroom, especially on something like this wheat beer. I probably filled it up to here, so well over 22 litres, I think. And yeah, it gives us a bit of headroom, bit of peace of mind, and just looks cool, I reckon. So yeah, cheers. Bit of DIY. How to trick out your SS Brewtech brew bucket.